Yo guys, it is me, HappyCairek, and welcome back to Last Internet Survival. So today we're gonna cover a topic that I really never covered before. So if you struggle to get rich in this game, and if you struggle with doing bunker alpha, and if you still think that you're doing something wrong, and if you're just newcomer to this game, then I do believe that this video is gonna be very helpful. So first things first, you'll have to go to your bunker alpha. We're not gonna get into very small little details because I already have made entire free-to-play playlist, and that link is gonna be in the description. We'll be able to check out that entire free-to-play playlist. So if you just started playing this game and if you need a lot of tips and advices, then I highly suggest you checking out that playlist. But for now, we're gonna cover the topic on how to get rich in this game by doing wall trick, because I really never covered that in the past, as I always said that you can get rich in this game without that wall trick, and myself here included, I got rich in this game without the wall trick. But that was before Bunker Bravo update, and quite some time ago developers actually even released a short little like animation of how a guy wall tricks. So wall tricking is like the part of this game now. Now let's just hop to the very top and let's go to my second floor, and I'm not going to be showing how to do the third and the fourth floor because, as I said, I've already done that entire free-to-play playlist, and there I've done all the floors, so you'll be able to check it out how we're doing that there. But the main difference is going to be that I'm going to be doing all of those like 3 floors, except that I'm going to show you only how to do the second floor because it's the same in all the other floors. But now let's just get to the second floor. We're going to deal with these roaming zombies, and again, I made quite a mistake here because I think that I'm just gonna get rid of here my armor because they're gonna just strip me kinda naked. So let's heal up. I am wasting here a lot of stuff. Cairek making a tutorial and people are like, Cairek, you're a noob, what are you doing? Because 100%, you know what, you didn't actually see this. You might be like, well, Cairek, you just wasted your bandages here, blah blah, and yes indeed we did, but that well, whatever. Usually here you have to take a skull crusher and deal with those guys with a skull crusher. Definitely do not deal with this swarm of zombies with a crowbar because you're gonna lose a lot of bandages, just as I did. And most likely, if you do not know how to play the game yet, if you're just starting out, the best way for you to heal in this game are gonna be carrots, because you can find carrots basically in every location. You can just go to like forest, grab like those carrot seeds from the grass, grow them, cook the carrots, and you're gonna be able to heal, because that's what I did and that's what most of the players do. And also you might be asking me, Cairek, why are you using crowbars here? And crowbars are the most efficient weapons here in the game, at least in my opinion, because to craft the crowbar, all you require is just 7 iron bars and 3 leathers. So they're super incredibly cheap. They're really fast. They're not like OP by any means. They're definitely better weapons as machetes and other stuff, but they require higher level and they are a little bit more expensive. So crowbars are definitely going to be your friends. So now I'm trying to deal here with a couple of zombies, and I'm going to show you what wall trick is all about, because this entire video is just about wall tricking. Because if you're not going to wall trick in Bunker Alpha, you're going to definitely slow down your progress here in the game, because without wall tricking, you'll have to waste your guns on frenzy giants. But today I'm going to show you how to do this entire Bunker Alpha without wasting a single bullet. I'm just trying to show how to do this Bunker Alpha for those who have no idea how to do it at all. Let's say if you're just thinking about playing Last Internet Survival or something. So this video, as I said, is dedicated just for you. Now let's try to deal with these floater bloaters. And I think you can actually even do the wall trick on floater bloaters. Here, look at this. We're hiding here in the corner, and both of these floater bloaters cannot touch us, so everything is fine here. And this is basically the wall trick. You'll just have to hide here from the corner to the corner. So first of all, what I want to say is that it's a bit harder to actually time when there are 2 of those floater bloaters. So you might say that, hey, Cairek, you're still getting punched. And the point is, it's really hard to time it properly when there are 2 of them at the same time. But as you can see, you have to hide behind the wall. And this way, floater bloaters or frenzy giants are not going to punch you. This wall trick isn't going to work with smaller zombies, let's say toxic spitters or whatever. If you want to lure them closer, you have to step away. Then they're going to start charging at you. And then you come back closer to the wall. And this way, you're going to have a bit better angle. So this way, look at that. I punch him and I go back. I punch him and I go back. I punch him and I go back. All you have to do is just practice here and get the timing right. And crowbars for that work really wonders because they are really fast. Let's say if you're going to try to use your skull crusher here or your saw blade mace, especially for your first times, it's going to be really tough. So crowbars are like probably one of the easiest weapons that you can practice, and you can do that wall trick. So usually I don't even do wall trick on these floater bloaters because you don't really have to use guns on them. So if you have enough healing items, you can just brute force them like this. But definitely definitely try to use wall trick on them if you do not have enough healing items. But the wall trick comes really in handy when you're going to be fighting this frenzy giant. So right now I'm going to show to you how to get punched in the face because crowbar is a bit too short. So frenzy giant is going to punch me in the face and it's not going to work. But if you're going to have a soul blade mace, maybe, yes indeed, we have a soul blade mace here in my inbox. So I want to show to you how it works. So it's pretty hard to get a right shot. You don't even have to do it if you don't trust in yourself, but you just have to get the right angle. So when you're trying to do here the soul blade mace trick, okay, so that's not gonna work. So as soon as if you click attack button and your guy starts walking towards that frenzy giant, it's not gonna work. And if you're gonna get too close, it's not gonna work. So you have to get the exact optimal range from him. So it's gonna be probably somewhere over here. Okay, that's still not gonna work. So it's gonna be probably somewhere from over here, except that it's pretty hard. Okay, so that's it. As you can see, it totally worked. Now we're gonna go back, switch back to the crowbar here. I'm gonna lure back that frenzy giant from this side and we'll be able to wall trick him completely from here. So you didn't even have to do that soul blade mace trick at all. You could have just opened up this door and wall trick him here from this side. Okay, so we're gonna do that wall trick really soon. So if he attacks me, I go back. He attacks me, I go back. So most likely this is gonna be one of the easiest things to train on because he's pretty close and you don't have to complete entire second floor to actually practice on that frenzy giant. But the point is, it's pretty scary. If he's gonna punch you, you're gonna get like 80 damage or something depending on what kind of set you have. You don't even have to have here this tactical armor. I'm wearing tactical armor. I'm wearing here tactical armor because I didn't have anything else at the base. Okay, so we're gonna deal with this frenzy giant. Bada boom, baby. Not a single bullet, not a single shot wasted on that frenzy giant. Boom, and you go back and you pick up his ticket. Hopefully you're gonna be more lucky than me and you're gonna get here a red ticket because these red tickets are gonna be super important. And as I said many times already, bunker alpha is gonna be your friend. Bunker alpha is all you need to get rich in this game. So let's try to deal with this fast biter. And I just want to show you that you don't really have to only kill them like this. Like let's say if there's going to be another frenzy giant and it's kind of hard to lure him. So wait, let's go to the very top and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking here about because there's gonna be another room. So also when we are talking about bunker alpha, I'm still gonna share these tips. I usually don't clear this room with toxic abominations and with those two other floater bloaters that were with the frenzy giant because they don't drop a lot of great tickets. They just have a lot of health and they're just kind of useless. So don't waste your weapons on that unless raiders asks you to do that. So okay, so they saw me. I have no idea what is going on. Sometimes even I fail, not a big deal. But we're gonna now deal with this fast biter. Here we go, baby. Boom. Fast biter is gonna go to sleep. Be careful, do not punch frenzy giant. Let's take some more of that. Let's take more of that. Let's heal up. So we're gonna be fighting this frenzy giant over here on this door. And the point is, the more you'll practice here the wall trick, the easier that's gonna be because you're gonna know all the corners, how it works. So for example, frenzy giant here is gonna start punching me really soon, and there's no way I'll be able to do wall trick from this side as my guy is just gonna start running towards him. So let's say I'm gonna click now attack, and as you see, my guy started running towards him, and that's really bad. All you have to do is just click that attack so that guy doesn't run towards you. So what we're gonna do is now step aside so that frenzy giant starts coming closer. Here we go. He came closer. We're gonna let him come even a bit closer. So that's it. He does not punch me, and now we're just gonna start fighting him. So all it takes here is not like, oh my god, it's easy. You can see where he stands here. It just takes some practice and just a little bit of like game knowledge because when I started playing this game, I had no idea what is wall trick. So if you're failing to do it, don't worry about it. And if your device lags, obviously it's going to be a bit hard to do it, but you can always play Last Day on Earth on a computer. There are Android emulators. So if you're playing on iOS right now, then it's going to be a bit harder to transfer your account from iOS to Android. But if you're already playing on Android, I believe that you'll be able to play on computer as well. Just get BlueStacks, Nox, or whatever other Android emulator. Just go on Google and you'll be able to play this game on your computer, and maybe it's going to lag there a little bit less. But if it's not lagging for you, then there is nothing stopping you from getting rich in this game just by doing wall trick. And again, let's say even if your device lags and you cannot pull off this wall trick here, and for some reason there's still something stopping you from doing it, then don't worry, you still can progress in this game without doing the wall trick, because the wall trick here is just going to speed up your progress maybe by like 25% or something like that. Again, it's going to be a bit slower to do your entire bunker alpha here. It's not going to be as fast as doing it just with Glocks or something, but not wasting a single shot on those frenzy giants, because the other most efficient way is using your Glocks only on frenzy giants. Sorry that I'm talking here, but I want to explain that to all the newcomers. Is that also another common newcomer problem is that they are wasting guns on bunker alpha like let's say on those toxic abominations or something like that. But all you have to do is just waste your guns on those frenzied giants. That's the only reason, that's the only way on how you can be able to get rich in this game without the wall trick. If you're gonna use your guns only on frenzied giants, but if you can do the wall trick, then definitely do the wall trick and don't waste your guns on frenzied giants. So this is here the hardest room, and again, I've already gave all the tips in another free-to-play videos, but here always make sure that you have like a bit higher DPS weapon. If you have here a machete, then definitely use a machete here on that toxic abomination and those 3 zombies, because they're gonna do a lot of damage, and it's always better to deal with them a bit faster and have some better healing items. And again, another big tip, that no matter what kind of weapons you have here, if you're not gonna have enough healing items, you're not gonna be able to do Bunker Alpha. So all you have to do is stock up on healing items, because that was my biggest mistake that I've done in the past, and at the same time that was my biggest breakthrough on how I started advancing here in this game. Because if you're not gonna have, let's say, those carrots, if you're not gonna have those carrots too, then there is no way you'll be able to make throughout entire Bunker Alpha, even if you're gonna have here like machetes or like katanas or like the best weapons here possible, unless you're gonna be using here guns all the time. But if you have that many guns, then you wouldn't have any questions on how to do that Bunker Alpha. So now there's gonna be another frenzy giant, and if I'm not mistaken, we can easily wall trick him from over here. So again, the biggest tip is to not run away too fast, because if I would have went to the door, he's just gonna follow you. So you just have to kind of know, you just have to kind of think as frenzy giant where he's gonna step. So here we go. I cannot come closer because already from the game experience, not because from how it looks like, but just from the game experience, I kind of know that he's gonna punch me if I'm gonna get too close. So you kind of feel where you have to stand. So that's just all it takes. The wall trick is just basically the feeling on where you have to stand and on how it works. So as you can see, this way I don't have to waste a single shot. This way I can do it a bit more efficiently, and I can save up those guns for other places like my police department, because the best way to invest your, let's say, your Glocks, M16s, and other items are obviously going to be at that Bunker Bravo to start assembling your ATV, but at the same time, you will have to get some mods, and the best way to do that is going to be through police department. So you can save up like that entire Glock or two. Okay, so I kind of failed because I started talking. As you can see, sometimes you're going to fail. I was just talking and I got stuck and I thought that I finished him, but he had a little bit of health here, so whatever. But again, just don't panic. Make sure to have some healing items, because if you're not going to have any healing items, you're just going to die. So always make sure to have some healing items, even though you're doing that wall trick. Okay, so now let's go a bit further down, because this entire second floor is kind of done. Now it's the more saucy part, because there are going to be a lot of frenzy giant bulked up in one place, and we'll have to deal with all of them, and they're going to drop you a lot of red tickets. So it's definitely important. You can also sneak up behind this. Okay, so you cannot sneak up, kind of failed. Maybe if you're gonna have like a machete or something, you'll definitely sneak up there. But here I failed. Also, I want to show you what kind of leather set I am talking about. Totally forgot to do this. Let's just deal with these bunch of fast biters. So my kind of goal is to deal with those fast biters as fast as possible, close to this wall. This way I'm gonna be able to save a little bit of time. So this wall trick from this angle is kind of harder in my opinion, because you don't see here your own guy. So we're gonna come here just like that. Here we go, but you can still kind of feel where your guy is standing, and you can still hear do the wall trick, baby. Boom. So we're just gonna keep rolling and doing here like that. So after I deal here with this frenzy giant, I want to show to you what kind of leather set I'm talking about, because you don't have to do Bunker Alpha here with this tactical armor, because tactical armor is a bit harder to craft. It requires a little bit more resources, but leather set is super cheap. Like, leather set is seriously the same cheap as crowbar. So okay, so he has only 7 health, baby. Bada boom, we dealt with that frenzy giant. Now let's pick up my loot, and so far I didn't really get a lot of red tickets. Not really that much lucky today. So this is the leather set that I'm talking about. Most likely you already know it, but this is going to be the beanie, thick jacket, the jeans, and the boots. So as you can see, it's pretty seriously relatively cheap. All you have to do is just grind that green and like orange zone a couple of times, and you'll be able to craft that armor. And also, now when we are talking about Bunker Alpha, we're going to give here a couple of bonus tips. So for example, do not do the 4th floor if you just started playing the game, because you're not going to have the burglar skill, and you're not going to have the true friend dog. So 4th floor isn't gonna be really that much worth it for you. There is also a slight chance that you'll be able to get there a steel plate or something, but it takes so many guns to do that 4th floor, because 4th floor will require you guns to do it. You're not going to be able to do the 4th floor only with melee weapons, so you'll have to invest some guns, and it's just not that cool. Okay, so there's going to be a frenzy giant. Obviously, if I had a subblade mace, I mean, we have a subblade mace, but I don't really like it. It just, to be honest, it just takes more time to go and nail it properly. Okay, so we're gonna do just like that. Here we go, it worked. Now I'll be able to save up some stuff. So I'm trying to stay here in the very, very corner. I don't go anywhere to the right, so because that Frenzy Giant is just gonna go around that place. It happened already a couple of times to me. So now he's standing over here. We're gonna start doing here the wall trick. Baby, boom. So let's start. So far it doesn't. As you can see, even for me here, I didn't really do this angle in the past. So Frenzy Giant stands here like this, and that's how far I have to go to punch him. So that's how it works. Hopefully you seriously understand how it works. So the best tip that I have to give for you on how to do that wall trick is just practice. There is nothing better that you'll be able to do than just practice. Also, if you want to practice that wall trick, try to go to the farm, and there is going to be that huge entrance to the farm, and there it's way easier to practice your wall trick because there are going to be those savage giants, and for some reason they kind of get stuck in that wall easier, and that kind of wall just feels way bigger or something like that. So try to practice your wall trick on that farm entrance that says like Crooked Creek Farm as soon as you go through the bridge, and you'll be able to get there. But again, most likely if you have farm unlocked there, chances are that you'll already know how to do that bunker alpha because the farm takes quite a bit of resources to unlock. Okay, so we just unlocked the door. Now we're going to take this Frenzy Giant, and he's going to follow me again close to this place. Again, when he's over here, I'm trying to go down strict away, and most likely it's not going to work. Okay, so that didn't work, as you can see, because I waited there for way too long, or maybe there is no way you can move him into that corner. So this is my first time wall tricking this Frenzy Giant here on this corner, and as you can see, it's not really that smart. I would highly suggest you to not take here any risk in trying to explore and find something new, because I didn't even know that it's possible to do the wall trick here. I just thought that, you know what, let's go, let's try to explore. But it's a bit harder because my guy keeps going to the front, so I have to go to the top and to the left. So it's not a simple wall trick as just clicking like 2 buttons. Here I have to click 3 buttons, so it's a bit weirder, at least for me, but we're still gonna be able to deal with that Frenzy Giant. He's gonna go to sleep any moment. So here we go, Frenzy Giant just went to sleep. Please, red ticket, another orange ticket. Very epic. So I would suggest you not finding him here on this corner, because on this corner it's definitely a bit harder. It's nothing, it's like 10 times, not like 10 times harder, but it's like twice harder than doing on a regular wall. So I would just suggest you luring this Frenzy Giant till here, and when he gets closer, just hide behind this wall and fight him here from this side. It will be a bit more safe because you've already killed here 1 Frenzy Giant on that wall, and you're kind of gonna have more practice, and the more you practice on a certain wall, the better you're gonna get at that wall trick. So again, there are like 2 zombies. You can fight them. They're gonna have like, what, maybe 600 health combined, and I don't really like fighting them, as looting that room isn't that great and it's just not worth it. Okay, so we're gonna open up now this room with Frenzy Giant. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Didn't really lure him that frequently. Again, I tried my best to hide behind this wall as late as possible, because if I'm gonna hide too early, this Frenzy Giant is just gonna go around that wall. So again, I wouldn't probably do this if I were you. I would try to lure that Frenzy Giant again to the very top wall. It will be safer. It takes more time, but it's definitely safer. Okay, so he punches me, and now we're gonna start doing the wall trick from this side again. So the more you'll play the game, you're gonna find different walls. You're gonna find out your own strategies here, but this is like the basics of wall tricking. And speaking a little bit about Bunker Alpha is your everything. Your Bunker Alpha here is bread and butter. Bunker Alpha is like your second home here. Actually, you shouldn't be talking to Bunker Alpha as your second home. Bunker Alpha is supposed to be your first home, because you're going to be spending here more time than at your actual base, because you have to do the Bunker Alpha every 2 days. It resets. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to progress here in the game. You have to do the Bunker Alpha like dozens and dozens and dozens of time. I've done it like probably way over 100 times already, and you'll have to do the 2nd and 3rd floor every 2 days as soon as it resets if you want to accomplish something in this game somehow, some way, because with each Bunker Alpha run, you're going to get more rich and more rich. And same thing now applies to the 3rd floor, and basically it applies to the entire game. To whichever mob here, to whichever zombie, you can just trick and hide behind the wall. That's going to be called wall trick. So it doesn't only work in Bunker Alpha, but it's the most effective way to do it in Bunker Alpha, because you can get guns here and blah blah blah. So using like your crowbars here is pretty epic. So as you see, I used like maybe 3 or 4 crowbars, and I didn't have to waste a single Glock shot from it. So 100% worth it. And also just wanted to mention that in order to assemble your chopper, you will also have to do that Bunker Alpha. So make sure to do it, and then you'll be able to get like that gas tank, chopper wheels, and other stuff like from your red and orange crates here. Also, you'll be able to get here engine parts, parts, blah, blah, blah. So Bunker Alpha, all in all, is one of the best places to get rich here in the game. It's like the best place, not one of the best. This is the best place to get rich. So I highly suggest you checking out my last Earth Survival free-to-play Let's Play, or click here on the second card and you'll see how to do Bunker Alpha. Or hop over to my channel, go to playlist, and there you'll find a lot of other games that I played here on the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely make sure to drop the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss any future videos. And consider following me on Instagram or Twitter at HappyCairek.